if you eat these things, you're going to get cancer, you're going to die, your eyes are going to pop out, and you're going to explode. Hey folks, Dr. Bobby Striker here with 3Air Flow Physique Factory. Clinic is in session, but before we get into it, please remember to like our video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell button for notifications, and drop us a comment to make our videos easier to find by fellow fitness fans. Now, that was a mouthful. Okay, let's get into it. So, inflammation. It's here, it's there, it's everywhere. Everywhere you look on social media, people talking about it. Everything apparently causes inflammation, and inflammation is going to give you cancer and kill you, and it all sounds really scary. You know, it sounds pretty depressing, doesn't it? So, what's the reality? Well, in today's video, we're going to examine whether there's really any proof that certain foods cause more inflammation than others. Okay? Now, first of all, what is inflammation? You know, everyone talks about it, but does anybody really know? Now, inflammation in a basic sense, it's a type of immune response in your body, okay? So there's not always a bad thing, because sometimes it's essential and an important part of recovery. Like if you catch an infection, there will be inflammation as part of the immune response that actually helps you to recover. Another example might be if you twist your ankle, it will become red, swollen, and painful. That redness, swelling, and pain, that is essentially what we refer to as inflammation. Redness, swelling, and pain. Again, this is part of the body's natural recovery mechanism, and just because your ankle is inflamed does not mean that you're going to get cancer in your ankle, all right? So now, that's an example of localized inflammation. And what people are worrying about is something quite different. It's systemic inflammation, where there appears to be raised inflammatory markers in your blood. Like if you check your CRP level, the C-reactive protein, and it's raised, it would suggest that there's possibly systemic inflammation in your body. And yes, there is some concern that if your body is always in an inflammatory state, that there may be an increased risk of certain cancers, heart disease, strokes, and other pretty serious conditions. Now, because of this, and because people don't really understand the science and what's going on, so there are a lot of fear-mongers out there, people telling you not to eat this, not to eat that. They're trying to make it sound like their diet is somehow superior at lowering inflammation and make their diet sound better for your health, like go keto, go carnivore, go XYZ, go whatever. So are they actually right? Is one diet superior to the other? Well, let's find out. Let's look at some of the evidence. Now, one of the most annoying groups out there are the low carb and keto clowns. And yes, I'll put my hand up. I was one of them before, and I made some crap bag claims myself back in the day. You might even find the old videos of me floating around, but I'm willing to change my tune in the face of emerging evidence. And I think that's what you should expect from anyone trustworthy who's out there sharing knowledge about health and fitness. You know, they shouldn't be afraid to eat their words in the face of new emerging evidence, and that's exactly what I'm going to do right now. So keto and low carb, is it superior at reducing inflammation? I think you already got the gist from just now. No, of course not. It's not superior at all. Now, there was a study that compared a low carb, high fat, ketogenic diet with a low fat diet where calories were equated, meaning there were equal calories consumed between the groups. And guess what? There was no difference in blood markers of inflammation in either group. The CRP actually improved in both groups, and I'll explain why later, okay? Now, another study looked at changing the macronutrients in your diet, say comparing a protein-based diet, a carb-based diet, and a unsaturated fat-based diet. Now, this study, they looked at the diets and made sure they were healthy. So they were all kind of void of processed foods. They include lots of grains and stuff. And guess what? Again, all three dietary approaches include inflammation. There was no difference between any of the three groups. Okay, one group was not superior to the other. So focusing on a specific macro, like only eating carbs or only eating fat or only eating protein, is not going to help you reduce inflammation. Okay. How about going vegan? That's something you hear quite a lot of these days. And Netflix, some time back, they did that show, The Game Changers, which got everyone talking and all of that kind of stuff. Well, guess what? A study compared diets high in animal proteins and diets high in plant-based proteins while keeping calories and macronutrients the same. And you guessed it, again, both groups experienced the same improvements in their CRP levels. Okay, but what about different types of fats like saturated fat, monounsaturated fat, polyunsaturated fat, and their effects on inflammatory markers? They must have an effect. Well, the data here is a little bit all over the place. Some studies showed reduced inflammation and some actually showed increased inflammation. So it's not really here nor there. Now, finally, the big baddie, sugar. What about sugar? Come on. Yeah, well, guess what? The studies show that even with sugar, if you equate calories, so you're not over-consuming, basically, you're not over-consuming calories, then even with sugar did not increase inflammation either. But you have to add the disclaimer that it's hard to be in a calorie deficit. It's hard not to overeat above and beyond your body's calorie requirements if you're consuming a lot of sugar, because sugar can be pretty calorie dense. And you'll generally find sugar in more calorie dense foods like cakes, donuts, candy bars, meaning if you're eating lots of sweet stuff, it becomes very easy to exceed your kind of daily calorie requirements. Okay, so how can we reduce inflammation? It sounds pretty hopeless. Well, not really. Now, all of the studies showed this consistently again and again, and that's why so many of the studies showed people had reduced markers of inflammation when calories were controlled. And that's it. That's the key ingredient here, the magic ingredient, energy balance, something we talk about a lot. If you're in a calorie surplus and gain body fat, your inflammation levels will increase. Yeah? If you can maintain healthy body fat levels or lose excess body fat, that's going to reduce your inflammation. It's as simple as that. Okay, it's not what you're eating. Now, yet another reason for you to get up and shed those extra pounds, and this is it. You want to reduce inflammation, you got to get moving, get healthy. It doesn't matter what your dietary approach is and how you do it. Whatever diet that allows you to lose fat, any diet you can stick to and help you to lose fat, that is the diet that is going to reduce inflammation for you. And anyone saying otherwise, anyone trying to say that their diet is better than others, to simply put it, they're lying to you. Yeah, there's no evidence to support it. Yeah, keeping your body fat levels down and whatever approach helps you to do that, that is the diet that's going to help you reduce inflammation. Okay, we're going to link the studies in the description below, but that's it. That's the bottom line. Essentially, if you're always in an energy surplus, a calorie surplus, so you put on more and more weight above and beyond what is considered healthy, your body will start to experience more and more inflammation with all of the negative consequences that we discussed earlier. Done and done, folks. That's it. Hope you liked it. Now, if you want to start on your own kind of fat loss, body transformation journey, and you're not sure what the most effective way to do that is, then head over to our website, 3f.energy. Check out our power plans. We go through all of the science, we've done all the hard work, so you don't have to. Yeah, we give you the keys to unlock your hidden body. All right, folks. Now, we hope you found this video useful. If you did, you know what to do. Please hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, drop us a comment to help the YouTube algorithm, follow us on all of our social media platforms, Instagram, everywhere you can find us. And of course, let us know how much you love us. Take it easy, stay safe. We'll see you all in the next video. Do not be late for your appointments, people. Bye.